So we are in front of the Kalakriti Archives booth. I'm presenting sacred geometries, and the different works talk about different aspects of the sacred, the esoteric and the divine. Here we have the first work, which is called the Charpai series. It's based on the traditional Indian cot or the Charpai, and we are looking at two images. One is of Vishnu resting on the cosmic ocean, and the other is of the reclining Buddha, or Buddha reaching his parinirvan. So this is an architectural work, and we are inspired by the stepwells at the Sun Temple in Modhera. So we've created a kind of kund, which is an experience of water, and we'll step inside this. It's an architectural space, so we have to experience it spatially. So on both sides of it, you have the entrance pillars mapped here as architectural drawings, and you have the walking experience. So there's a toran on top, and what we have done is that we've created 1/4 of a hexagon in the floor, and because it's a mirror room, the 1/4 it multiplies and it completes and becomes a full hexagon. So it's a take, because the Sun Temple at Modhera is actually the kund is actually a rectangle, but we've done a play on it and created a hexagon. So if you see in the ceiling also, the lattice is all hexagons, and we've done a series of these steps. So whatever is below is above, as above, so below, is also a kind of metaphor that we've taken here. If you step inside here, these are two very amazing maps from Prshant Lahoti's cosmological maps collection. On the top, you have a map of Braj Vrindavan, where different vignettes from Vrindavan are mapped in each of the cells of the hexagons. So you'll be able to see, life going on as it was in the 15th, 16th century when this map was actually drawn, representing a much older time in Braj Vrindavan. And in the middle of all this, we have two maps, which are again cosmological maps, Adhai Dweep Pat they are called, which is 2.5 worlds. They are Jain maps, and the idea is that they spin and they show the movement and the constant dynamism of the universe. And we made two of them, and in the mirror they repeat, and we position them in a way that they show all the 4 cardinal directions. There are 8 of them, all 4 cardinal directions and the 4 sub-directions as well. And within the mirror room, we brought in more architectural elements. So there are semblance of the steps. As you can see, there are squinches on the 2 sides. And there is also a section of the Sun Temple stepwell, which can be viewed as a drawing inside. So we are talking about this work, which is called Uttarakhand 15. This is a map of Uttarakhand, and it comes from Kalakriti Archives, the original map, which is all the pilgrimage sites or locations in Uttarakhand. And what I have done is I have overlaid a GIS map on top of it to reflect on the terrain of Uttarakhand, because it's a hilly state. And the idea is that within this, the overlay of the pilgrim sites and then the terrain, they come together. So each of the flowers actually represents a pilgrimage site. To give you some reference, the one in the middle there on top is Gomukh, next to it is Gangotri, and to give you a sense of a place, this is Haridwar. So the silver lines that you see here are all actually the rivers throughout Uttarakhand. Of course, from Gomukh you have the first tributary coming out. Then you have Bhagirathi and Alaknanda, and then you have Nandakini, Mandakini, all coming together and finally forming the river Ganga. And the idea of the 15 materials was that you have here acrylic, steel mesh, chrome, steel, concrete, khadi fabric, crochet, felt, cane, wood veneer, copper, banana fiber paper, ceramic, tomato leather, brass and cork. The reason why I wanted to do 15 materials, A, was to show the expression of the folds with different materials, that they look different. And second is that underlying there is that uniformity of that folds, which comes from our Indic thinking, which says that there is an underlying oneness or Advaita to everything. But at the surface, each person can have their own expression, their own journey, their own way of moving in life. And that can be, unique and different. This work, which I call as above, so below. And you see here two kinetic expressions, they are moving. And the idea is that on it, we have these two fantastic maps from Kalakriti archives, one depicting Ganga, river Ganga, and the other, the originating river, one of the originating rivers of Ganga, which is Alaknanda. And as the story goes, Ganga descends from the heavens, is taken by Shivji in his jata to break the force of her flow, and then he lets the river gently down to the earth. So here we've taken that metaphor and push this imagery of the Ganga up into the sky to show that she descends from the heavens. And also we wanted to convey the movement and the slow idea of water in constant motion, and that is captured by the kinetic mechanism. This is a collaboration with engineer Himanshu Bablani. So as you can see up there, there are those motors and there are these wire meshes connected to them. And if you look at each of them, there is a wheel which is pushing and pulling the wires. So as they go up and down, you get this gentle flow movement of the piece.